What's up guys, Learning with Rich here. In this exercise, we're going to create a structural framing schedule and structural foundation schedule. Okay, so let's do this. So to create a schedule, so from the project browser here, so let's right click our schedules here. Another way of accessing your schedule, you can go to the view and then you can see here the schedule from the create panel. Can click the drop down arrow and then you can select here schedule quantities. Okay, so same here, right click your project browser, look for schedule, so right click that and then select new schedule quantities. Okay, so here you can select the category, you can filter it, or you can just select it manually. So let's say I'm going to select here structural framing, so I'll move down and then look for structural framing and then just put the name here. So let's say this will gonna be steel beam schedule. Okay, so schedule building components and then the pace is new construction and then I'll select here OK. Okay, so here on our schedule properties for our fields tab, so we need to add here the fields that we want to appear on our schedule. Okay, so I'm going to select here my reference level. Just double click and it will be added here on our scheduled fields. Just double click that and then let's look for family, double click. What else? Type, length, structural usage, double click, and then volume, double click. Okay, so after you select the fields, go to the sorting. So I'm going to sort it. So sorting and grouping. So here I'm going to sort it by reference level. And then I'm going to add a footer. So I'm going to check this. And then here on my itemize every instance, so I'll just check this one out so that it will show all the framing instances. Okay, so I'm just going to leave it unchecked, and then after that I'm going to select here OK. So once you select OK, it will now create an instance of schedule that lists all the framing members. All right. Okay, so there's the total there. There's a footer there, right? Okay, so now to list only the steel beams in the schedule so we can filter out our schedule again. So let's say I'm going to list only the steel beams in the schedule and filter the concrete and HSS members. So we're going to modify our schedule. So to do that, from the properties on our schedule properties, so let's go back to the dialog box that we have saw earlier. So I'm gonna click here the fields. It will go back to the schedule properties, but this time I'm going to select the filter. So I'm gonna select this and then I'm going to filter it by structural usage. And here, instead of equals, I'm going to select does not equal from the list. And then I'm going to select here vertical bracing. Okay. And then I'm going to add one more here. So again, structural usage does not equal, does not equal other. Okay, so this is my filter. And then I'm going to select here OK. Alright, so as you can see now, the schedule lists only the wide flange steel beams for the first floor. Right? And then if you're going to scroll down here, okay, scrolling down, the structural framing schedule table shows here, now it's only 67. Okay, so a while ago it's more than this one. So you can use any of the available schedule fields to sort our model, to group it, and filter. Okay? Right, so I'm just going to select here OK. Now, the next thing that I'm going to do here is I'm going to create a structural foundation schedule. Okay, so let's do this. So let's go to the project browser again. So let's right click the schedule quantities and then let's create a new schedule. Okay, so here I'm going to select structural foundation. So just select that and then put the name here. So this time I'm going to select footing as a name. So footing schedule. I'm going to type footing schedule. Again, schedule building components, and then the pace is new construction. So I'm going to select here OK. All right, so here for the fields, I want to show here my type mark. Let me double click that. What else? I want to show here my family and type and count. Double click. Okay, then I'm going to sorting grouping. So just select that. And then I'm going to sort it by type. And then what else? I'm not gonna put a header or footer, but I want to sort it also by family. Okay, so this time I do not want to show all the instances of the elements, so I'm going to uncheck or clear the itemize every instance checkbox and then just select here OK. And there you go. So you will now see here that a type schedule. So this is now a type schedule. A while ago it's an instance schedule. So this one is type schedule created with the number of instances for each type of footing listed in our column here. See, we have a column count here, or count column, sorry. Okay, so now the next thing that we will be doing here is we're going to provide some type marks. So any changes that I made here, so let's say for example for my footing rectangular with this type, if I put a type mark here, all this type of family will be having the same type mark. So you don't need to put it one by one. Since this is a type schedule, so you only need to modify this particular type and it will be applied to all 8 items, for example. Okay, so let's say for this one, I'm going to put F1. Okay, so this change will be applied to all elements of type. So meaning to all 8 elements or 8 footing rectangular with this size. So I'll just select OK. Now this one is F2, F2, OK, and then this one is F3. Enter. Okay, just select OK. Right, now to change the appearance of the schedule, so this time you can go to the properties again, but a while ago we are using fields, filter, and sorting grouping. So this time let's use format. Okay, so formatting. So let's change the appearance of the schedule. So there's the formatting. Okay, and then after that we are going to modify. So I'm going to select the family here. So let's say I want to change that. And I can select here hidden. So let's say I do not want to show this family column. So I can hide that field. So I can check this one out. So hidden. So any parameter used to filter, sort, or calculate the value in the schedule must be included in the field list, right? However, if required, you can hide these parameters using this option. Okay, so you can check that. Okay, now aside from that, I want to hide it. By the way, you can also change the name here and you can change the heading orientation or the alignment. Now let's go to the appearance. So I'm going to select appearance here. And then I do not want to add a blank row data. So I'm going to clear this, and then I'm going to select here OK. And that's it. So as you can see, it's now hidden, and then there is no blank space. One good thing about the schedule is that you can select and then you can highlight in the model. So you can select that. You can close this. Revit automatically show now the view which highlight those elements here, right? So let me go back again to the footing schedule. Let me close the steel beam schedule and then the 3D. And what I'm going to do here is I'm going to open the 3D view. Okay, and then I'm going to tile this view. Then just pan here. So if I click here, you can see it highlights. You can click here. As you can see, it highlights here. So it tells you. So it's really powerful. So if I'm going to select this particular footing or foundation and check the properties, if I go to the type properties, you can see here that the type mark here is updated. So if I change this, so let's say I change this to F4. If I select here OK, you will notice here it now becomes F4, right? So you can change from your model. You can also change from the schedule. All the elements will gonna be updated. So let me just put it back to 2, enter, OK. All right. Okay, so basically that's the basic way of creating our steel beam schedule and our footing schedule. So you can explore your schedule for you to be able to see the power of the schedule. You can see some of the parameters here. You can see these options here. Okay, just explore this if you have time. So once again, thank you for watching. Have a nice day.